Hello everybody, today we have a fun one for you. This is a older GE party light bulb. This I picked up at the thrift store because I just had to have this package. I remember seeing these packages when I was very young at, well, pretty much any store had these, from the grocery store to Walmart, Kmart, Shopko. They all had these bulbs. So it was really cool to find this package again and to, well, pick one up because I have not seen this in forever. So obviously this has a really neat design to it. It's kind of like a, tie-dye shirt background to it. It's the party light, one bulb. So GE used this package in an older style design as well. I might have a video of it on the channel. It's a red bulb, but it has a more subtle design to it than this kind of tie-dye look, but I really like the tie-dye look. Eventually, they moved away from this style of package with the sides that folded in, and they just had a picture of a bulb cut out where you could see the bulb inside, but it slid into the package instead of needing to do these little corners. After that, they just transitioned to a more modern design of that package, but it still had the little cutout to see the bulb inside. Of course, here you can see the bulb at multiple different angles, so it's just a really cool design. This wasn't the only bulb to have this style of package, though. This package design was very popular with many of GE's bulb offerings at the time. Enough talking about this awesome package. Let's go ahead and get the bulb out of here and give it a try. Awesome package. Too bad it's a little bent up, but it's still intact. So here's our green bulb. I remember being so excited to get these colored party bulbs when I was younger. Still fun to find bulbs nowadays, obviously, but it brings back memories. On the top we have our etch, very traditional GE etch. It's probably a little hard to see, but just as General Electric. 25 watt, 120 volt. Love that etch. That is so traditional. And of course we have our C-shaped filament inside with our 3 supports. Now, one thing I want to note is that the camera really isn't doing this color justice. It looks like a very, mute green, but in person, it's a very nice deep emerald. The camera is just not doing this color justice. Let's see how well it does with it lit up, though. So let's get this adapter out of here, and we'll put in our bulb, and let's give it a whirl. There we go. That's a little better on camera, but still, it's not the beautiful green that this bulb has in person. Now, another thing that you'll note here is that it looks like it has some cracks in the bulb. And that's not the glass itself. That's actually the coating that they put on the outside of these bulbs. Over time, with heat and temperature changes, the lacquer coating, or whatever exactly it is, coating on the outside, expands and contracts. And eventually, it puts these cracks in the bulb. And long enough, it'll start to peel off as well, and you'll end up with just a clear bulb. It seemed some colors had this happen more often than others. I have a whole bunch of these short neck A19 colored bulbs that I've obtained over the years, and the yellow and red seem to hold up a lot better than the blue and the green, at least in the world of Westinghouse brands. But this bulb just is in the very early stages of losing its outer colored coating. Very cool. Okay, we're at 118.8 volts, 0.21 amps, 25.4 watts, and of course we have a power factor of 1. So, we're going to turn off the lights here, and I'm going to hold it at an angle so we can get an idea of how well it lights everything up. We're at our 2-foot mark here, and we're getting about 10 lux on our lux meter there. Very nice green color. It's almost turquoisey, in the background here on camera. In fact, the camera makes it look more turquoise than green, but again, it's a very nice deep green in person. It is just not, the color here is just not right. And I'm sure if I try to get it to focus on it, that's not really help either. Now, side note, GE did make a turquoise or cyan version of these colored bulbs. It's a little harder to find, but I do have one. and I'm sure there's a video of it on the channel, but this looks more like that on camera than the nice deep green that this bulb actually has. So our meter has gone to sleep here. Let's go ahead and wake it up and see what we can get for a reading. We're going to hold it right up against the sensor here, and we'll save that, and that's what we get. The spectrum of the bulb at full brightness, and unfortunately no results for the CRI. Most certainly not much information there. Now, let's go ahead and transition over to our Variac here, so we can dim this thing down and see our beautiful incandescent dimmability. Let's put it back to 120. That'd be a great place to start. And here we go. We're at 120, 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh, it's out at 10. So let's bring it back up. So you can see the filament here, and something I want to point out about it is that it seems to be bridging itself on one of the supports here. You can see where it's not glowing. And I'm sure it's touching in a certain way where it's bridging that connection of the filament. And that's why we have no light coming from the filament right there. Beautiful party bulb. Certainly brings back memories of these cool things. Let's go ahead and turn our lights back on. And there we go. Our beautiful crystal color green party bulb. As always, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, be sure to give it a like down below and leave a comment. I do enjoy reading all of your comments. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this one. Also check out my secondary channel Merkove and subscribe over there for more behind the scenes and alternative content. Of course, check out the other videos here on this screen, and as always, thank you very much for watching.